In today's video, I am going to show you how to make some base signatures, give you some of my thoughts while I fold them. It's going to be on fast time and the video will have audio overlay. Thank you, Kat. Alright, see you in the video. Hello, welcome to Nixies Notebooks. I am your host, and today I'm going to just show you how I start a signature, or how I start my signatures. I just grabbed a whole bunch of papers. I went through my closet of papers and just grabbed a whole bunch of them. The smaller stuff, like the tags and smaller pieces of paper, I'm just going to put aside. I wanted to grab them so I didn't forget about them, and I had them handy when I needed them. That's wallpaper right there that you see, that silvery striped piece of paper. That's wallpaper. And because it is very thin, I'm going to back it up with another piece of paper and probably sew it together. So that's why I held that one aside as well, because I don't like to fold them before I sew a piece of paper that I'm going to back to it. So it does take some planning, or at least in my, I usually try to kind of pre-plan as I'm going through. I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, okay, I'll use this for this, I'll use this for that. So that's kind of where it is. Some of these pages may or may not be in the final journal. This is more of just a kind of a template for me to start with, something I could start with and then I could build off of it. I did forget to measure. It's always a good idea to measure. Use the journal itself to measure the cover. That's why I like to do the covers first, so that way I know. And as you can see, it's just not gonna fit. I will use it though. The thing is with these journals is that, or the Triscuit boxes that I used, is that they are not half of an A4 piece of paper. So this is a bird page. I just thought it'd be nice to have some pictures of some pages from an actual bird book. I think that was How to Get Birds in Your Garden. And then the other one is like a bird book. I'm just folding different cardstocks, different colors. I thought might kind of look nice. Some stuff I could, some papers I can, collage on, or just some papers I can kind of, ink up the edges, and then someone can use it as a writing space. Now, the thicker pieces of paper, I use those to make pockets, and usually those are the ones that are on the outsides of my signatures. I just like that better. I don't know, I like a thicker piece of paper on the outsides of my signatures, so like a thicker cardstock. So as you can see, I did the bottom fold. That's going to be the flap where the folder is, and then I did the long fold. Usually when I cut those out, and I'll show a video on that, I use the shorter fold, that fold I'm doing right now. I use that as my cutting edge. I start there when I go to cut, and I'll show you what I mean, just when I square off the paper a little bit. And I like these folders because I can sew along the sides, I can add some stuff, I can also, do some hand sewing with some jewelry. Now, I'm checking this one page because I'm not sure that that's going to fit. And I want to get that bird in there. I really liked that bird. So, definitely a bird themed journal. You can see I'm just kind of putting stuff. I'll try to keep each signature as they kind of are without moving stuff around too much, but sometimes I do move stuff around, or sometimes I just totally forget. I've taken everything out of a signature and then it's like, oh, where did that go? So yes, I'm going to keep the little tabbies on there. I do like the way the edges came out on these types of papers. It is it's coffee dyed with some egg dye as well. I do those, I usually do that in my kitchen. If I'm feeling brave, I will make a huge pile of paper to tea dye, and then I will tea dye, and I'll do it overnight. I'll let it sit overnight outside, and then I dry it outside in our nice 100-degree Arizona heat. So they dry relatively quick outside because it's Arizona and it's dry. So I'm just looking for more. I like the birds in that one. I think it's only like one bird. But that's why I wanted to make sure I got that folded. So when I fold these folders again, I leave the white on the outside. I can decorate that, and I can decorate the little folder flaps. So that's why you see me doing it like that. So that way the inside of the folder is decorated. So it's not just a plain white. I started doing that just recently after I made one of my last books, and I was like, oh, that works out a little bit better. So most of the tea dye stuff is copy paper or drawing paper. Drawing paper is great to tea dye or coffee dye. A lot of it's coffee. Coffee dyes faster. So that I got out of a weird scrapbook that had brown paper in it. So I just like the paper. And my pans make the different marks on them. So, and sometimes I'll take them out when they're only partially dry, and then I'll re-wet parts of them so they'll kind of like splashed on. You can see that was done with a pan that's got holes in it. So it wasn't just a straight pan on the bottom, it had holes in the bottom, and then I had another one with holes on top, and I just kind of put them together with paper in between, and that's the effect you get. So I'm just measuring now to see how much. Now you can see, you probably can't see really very well, but you can see that there's still a lot of room in there. So I'm going to get the end plate that we're going to put on the inside cover, just because that's going to take up some room, and I want to make sure that I don't miss that or forget about that while I'm doing it. So I have 3 signatures that have folders on them. So my next thought is, well, alright, I need 2 more. Well, I was only going to do 1 more, and then I was like, I should probably do 2 more to make it even, so that way I could have a signature with a folder, a signature with just cardstock, a signature with folder, and then a signature with just cardstock, and then a signature with folder. So folder, cardstock, folder, cardstock, folder, because I have problems with symmetry. I'm just looking through the tea-dyed paper. I probably use a lot more of this in other places within the book. I decided that I'm gonna sew those 2 pieces of paper together. I thought that would look really pretty together, so we're gonna put those aside. I don't like to, I don't know if I said it, I've re-recorded this a couple times. I don't like to fold the paper that I'm going to glue together and sew together, because it creates it gets weird when you do it that way. So I like to make sure they're flat when I go to glue them and then sew them down. And there's Nixie again. She was having a day yesterday. She wanted to be next to me, on me, around me all the time. So looking at some of these pictures, I'm going to see if I can maybe make a fold or something, or kind of get those pictures in like as a piece of paper, and like a little folded paper in the book, but I'm probably going to use those more, cut them out, and then use those within the book. I just couldn't find a way to really fold them well enough that I was happy with to put them in the book. Those, though, I did, so that's good. I'm going to have to trim those down, but it'll work, so I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to put the page in just like that, and you'll see here what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip it in half. I'm just folding along that green line. So I had to find some more paper, and I realized after watching this, oh no, it's not different. That's okay though. That is different paper. Okay. I might do a fold out here, I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to put that aside and leave it like that for now. Had to get some more paper, some music paper, found some music sheets. That'll look nice in there. Then I start changing things around. This is what I do. I don't want it to be too cool. I don't want it to be too warm. I want, the signatures to have a mixture of both, of the different colors and shades. My plan is I'm going to glue an envelope to it. I think that'll look kind of cool. This piece of paper, yeah. I couldn't fold it the other way because I had to watch out for the glitter. I didn't want the glitter, and then I had to find like one single row that did not have any glitter on it. So there we go. Those are awful to cut too. I just like that silver paper. I won't even probably do anything with it. I'll just probably leave it in there. Let someone collage on it or do what they want on it. We'll see as I start doing the journals, but I just like the paper. Got a bunch of it on sale. So the video is going to stop abruptly. I don't remember why, but it will. But basically I'm just kind of seeing like what, if it's a good size. You can't really tell here, and I'm sorry I didn't do that better. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.